YouTube, I jumped into this bitch. You already know Scarface in the lounge, in the chamber, in the hyperbolic time chamber, man, still staying strong. In this video, I really want to break down like when to release on semen retention, like when should you end your journey. And me personally, I was thinking about it last night, and I was just thinking, it was Friday night last night, and I was just thinking, guys, I'm never gonna release that. That's how honestly I was feeling, that I'm not gonna release, because I'm addicted to this strength, I'm addicted to this power. I'm not trying to really engage in sexual activities with just random people. So guys, in terms of when to end your semen retention, when to release, you have to completely defeat the stronghold because of porn, because porn is demonic, guys. You have to completely defeat that stronghold. And once you completely defeat the stronghold of porn, it might take half a year, guys. It depends how long you've been watching. That's I mentioned in the previous video, I'm not one of those guys who started watching porn when he was 12, 13, despite all my friends doing it. I actually started a bit later in life, when I got to college and stuff, and then I was bored in the room and stuff, and drinking alcohol and all of that created the urge and the desire to watch porn. Then I fell into the trap from there. So yeah, you have to completely defeat that before you even consider ending your semen retention journey, because porn is it's ridiculous, guys. You don't want to do that. And once you defeat the porn stronghold, you're not going to be getting wet dreams as much, because in order to defeat the porn stronghold, you have to really be watching how you're how much sexual imagery that you're taking in through a screen. Again, I mentioned you can't control the sexual imagery that you see in the real world. Like, I go outside now and I see girls in tight stuff, but at least that's reality. But Instagram, all of this stuff that really just puts you back into that porn. And anime was really bad, guys. I don't really watch anime so much anymore. But when I used to watch anime, the girls, they always speak with this high-pitched accent. The artists always draw them with big titties. And on a lot of these anime sites, you're gonna have pop-ups for sex and pop-ups for meet me here, I'm 3 minutes away. Guys, anime, you can be very, very dangerous. So you have to really be careful. Obviously, Instagram, TikTok, all of this stuff, guys, you have to really get out of your mind. Then you're not going to have wet dreams so much. Because me personally, I count wet dreams as a release, because it's a spiritual battle. Because at the end of the day, guys, semen retention is spiritual warfare. Semen retention is a spiritual journey. And if I'm releasing in my dreams, that means I lost. Like, guys, again, I recommend creating 2 separate streaks, one for your last wet dream and one for whatever. But just have 2 separate streaks. But me personally, guys, I don't get wet dreams. I didn't even get attempted wet dreams. I've seen too much. I've been through too much. I shared 2 videos. My last 2 videos immediately preceding these were on essentially me losing my seed, guys. It's not for kings to be having sex with random women. So the only way, so until you defeat that porn stronghold, then you can end your semen retention if you wish. But then I also recommend to completely conquer lust. So just because a girl has a nice body and she has a nice face, you shouldn't want to release with her. Guys, I'm dead serious when I say this. You can bring the baddest bitch, you can bring the baddest, whatever celebrity crush. I don't have no celebrity crushes. You could bring her before me, I would not have sex with her. Because we only know these people on the screen. We don't know them. I need to feel somebody's energy, and I need to look them in the eye, for real, because I'm very good at just looking people in the eye and really reading them and seeing their energies and really understanding them as a person. Like, so there's no one that can make me drain, there's no woman that can make me drain my seed. When I got my seed stolen at the start of the year, pretty much almost a year ago now, I was still on my journey. I hadn't fully conquered lust. I was in this place on the islands, running about looking for sexual opportunities. There was times that I had sex and I didn't release and stuff like that, but eventually I ended up losing my fucking seed. So that was it. So you shouldn't release until you really appreciate the power of your seed, guys. Because if you're beating your meat every day, guys, you don't appreciate your seed. You don't value your seed, because you could really get paid. I was looking it up maybe like a couple months ago. There are places that you can get paid to release. So if you're really down and out, down and under, you can actually get paid to release. Obviously, they're going to make a child with your sperm, or who the fuck knows what they're going to do with your sperm. I don't recommend it, but guys, they're paying per release. Can you imagine? And guys are out here just doing it for free. You don't want to be just spitting your seed out. You've got to really appreciate the power of your seed. And it got to a stage for me, it was like, if I release, I want to use my seed and use it for something. Like in the last video, I told you the story of the girl who stole my seed, and she was asking me what I wanted with it. I was gonna take my seed. I was thinking, right, this is a 60-day streak right here. I was just gonna take it. And guys, it got to a moment like, at one point I was like, you know what, I want to put it in a smoothie and re-ingest it because it was powerful. But again, it was wastage. I didn't want that seed, to be honest with you. So after I kind of put bad will on the seed and I left it with her, I said a prayer for myself. But again, it wasn't without its repercussions. But yeah, in terms of when to release on semen retention, ideally you want to release when you find a worthy mate, when you find a worthy woman, and then you can release with her, and then you can just start regulating your ejaculation frequency. Because when you find a worthy woman, like a woman who's on the same vibe as you, a woman who's on the same energy and she's your spec, she's your type, whatever it is, and spiritually you're aligned in all these sort of different ways. That's when you can consider releasing, because guys, you really have to value your seed. Like, the seed that you're giving to this woman is a gift unto her, because it's cultivated seed. It's not like 90% of guys. 90% of guys are releasing every weekend. They go out hunting for sexual opportunities. So even if you retain for 10 days, guys, 14 days, you are still in the top 5% of guys. So you don't even have to go to the extremities of going 1 year, 2 years, 3 years retaining. Me personally, I don't think I'll do that, especially not as a young man. Like, as an older man, yeah, maybe if I'm in my 40s and my 50s, yeah, I might go like 3 years without releasing, because each time I release, it's going to be detrimental. But guys, I'm in my prime. I haven't even reached my prime. But when you're a young man, you're in your prime years, testosterone is higher, you have the ability to release and then bounce back faster. I wouldn't recommend, especially for guys in their 20s, even in your 30s, I wouldn't recommend going like extended, like ridiculously long times. It's completely unnatural, because I always think about what would my ancestors do, because I aspire to be as strong as they are. And they were strong spiritually, mentally, physically, in all sort of ways, way stronger than us, because we're in a very weak generation. My ancestors, like, an ancestor I'm thinking about, I'm talking generations. He would, like, if he saw me at screen, like, fapping my meat, he'd be like, what? But at the same time, would that ancestor have gone 2-3 years without releasing? Probably not. He would have released when he found a woman that he liked and vibe and stuff like that. It was completely natural. Would they have masturbated? Yeah, maybe sometimes, but they didn't enjoy it too. It's this explored biblically as well. If guys had nocturnal emissions, wet dreams, or if they had released, they wouldn't come to pray the next day, because nocturnal emissions weren't seen as a good thing, guys. Wet dreams aren't seen as a good thing. So again, you should practice semen retention until you conquer the stronghold of lust, reduce the frequency of wet dreams, and you no longer want to have sex with just a strange, sexy, attractive, fine body girl, women walking around, and you only want to release with someone who's worthy. So that's how it is. Like, I don't see myself releasing until a worthy woman presents herself, and that's when I release. Like, I wouldn't even like to say I'm practicing semen retention. I'm just living life, going about life. And when the time comes for me to get into my next relationship, it's going to be someone who's worthy of the seed, someone who deserves it, and I'm in turn going to get something back from her, because she's going to have energy for me too. Guys, you don't want to go around having sex just giving girls your energy. Even if you have sex and you don't release, you're still giving of your energy. Like, because I had sex and I didn't release, maybe like 3 months ago. I made a video on it actually, and I was still giving her my energy. She still felt an emotional connection even if I didn't release, guys. So you don't want to just be handing around your energy to random people. But yeah, that's the message in the video today, man. You already know the vibes. Have a good weekend.